Hey planner friends, how's it going? Thanks so much for stopping by my channel. My name is Ryan and this is A Man with the Plans. And we are back in my Erin Condren. This is my deluxe monthly planner here. These are one of the new ones that just came out. And this is my health and fitness planner, and we are gonna do my August health and fitness plan with me. This is something a little bit different. I haven't filmed this before, but the way that I did it in July, as you can see here, is I have my vision board over here, I have my word of the month, I have my monthly goals, and I have my weigh-ins. And then every single thing in here are all of my runs. Sometimes I filled them in, sometimes I didn't. So we're gonna do something similar for the month of August. I just took this fun washi that I got from favorite daughter Emily, and I covered over the kaleidoscopes just because I wanted something a little bit different. We're gonna try something fun out down here, and I will talk through that as we get going. But the first thing I wanna do over here is fill in what I'm calling my weekly weigh-ins. So I did not get a chance to do this when I was in New York. I did not bring this planner with me, but every Monday I'm making it a goal to go ahead and check my weight and write it down. So over here, the Mondays in August are August 5th, August 12th, August 19th, and August 26th. So there's only 4 weeks in August, which is nice. And so all I'll do is get on my scale in my bathroom Monday morning, and I will go ahead and add that weight over there, and we'll kind of keep that moving along. I might do another vision board for this month, but I do feel like it'll take some time, so for now, let's go ahead and zoom in over here. The next thing I wanted to do is I have a word of the month that I always use, and so last month was consistent, and this month the word of the month is endurance. So I'm gonna write that on this little Planner Kate sticker here. And so endurance is a noun, and the definition that I found was I'll just write it in and we'll talk through it. Okay, so the word endurance is a noun, and the definition I saw was the capacity of something to last or to withstand wear and tear. And so for those of you that don't know, I am currently training for the Twin Cities Marathon in October, which is really exciting. I've never done something like that before. However, I'm really looking forward to giving it a shot and seeing sort of how hard I can train and how far I can go. It's something that I'm both excited and nervous for, but at this point, with the way the runs are going, and we'll get to the run calendar that ends up going on the monthly view here, I'm gonna put all those in for you. But at this point, some of the runs are getting really long. I ran 12 miles the other day. 6 is a normal one for me. We'll be getting up close to 18, maxing out at 20. So this is where you're building your endurance, right? You're increasing your capacity to last. And so for me, that's something that I need to focus on this month, and so I figured what a perfect word to put there. So down here, what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna work on this, is we're gonna do a rate my run. I don't know, it sounded cool. I use the app Map My Run, and so what I'm gonna do is I counted, and I have 18 runs throughout the month, which will fit all across the bottom here. And then what I'll do is list the mileage up here, so we'll kind of get a fun line graph to see all the long runs. And then what we'll do is I'm gonna create a key using these, the mild liners here. And so based on how that run went, I felt great, I felt terrible, you know, it was a longer one, whatever it was, you know, great, not so great, bad, really bad, or whatever it is. Those will be along the bottom, and then I will shade in the box as we go, so you can see how long the miles were, but how good the runs felt. So I think that's gonna be a fun thing we're gonna set up. So really what I'm gonna do here is take one of these fitness stickers here from the sticker book. I know there's like a little, yeah, so they got a cute little running sneaker here, which doesn't really look like anything that I would wear, but hey, that's totally fine. So we'll stick that over here in the corner, and then I'm gonna write, using one of these Planner Kate stickers, rate my run down here at the bottom. So these are the S227s from Planner Kate, if you're curious. And so I just love the bright sunny yellow sneaker with the word run, rate my run, beautiful. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go along the bottom here. So the bottom, this base one will be 0, and then it'll be, well actually we'll start at 2, so we'll do, I don't think I run anything less than 3, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, and then this month tops out at 18, so perfect. So those are the mileage distances that I'll be able to mark off in the line graph. And the first run we have is, So the way that I'm running this is going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. That's the way that the calendar is set up. I switched training plans. I'm actually using the Hal Higdon Novice #1. I'll leave that linked down below in case you're curious. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the dates down here. Alright, so I've got all of the days down here. So you got the 1st, the 2nd, then we skip to the 6th, 7th, 8th, the 10th, 13th, 14th, 15th, the 17th. So as you can see, it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, then Saturday. And then I'll go ahead and go back in and just kind of do the lines here as we go. I'll do them as I finish each one. It'll just be nice to sort of have that accomplished. The next thing I'm going to do though is kind of rate the runs. So we'll say that the dark red, and then we'll do the blue next, then we'll do the light pink. I'll leave a link to these mild liners down below. And then we'll use that bright, cheery, neon, almost yellow. And that will be my key, and it will be great. So as you can see, I have terrible, not good, okay, and great. So what you'll notice is at the end of the month, we should see all these bars colored in based on how good the run felt. So I kind of love how that looks. And what I'll also do is when the run is done, I'll go back and take a marker and put a color next to the runs over here. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and focus here up top on my monthly goals. Now I create 4 goals since there are 4 little hexagons here. I'm going to number them real quick. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so I'm going to go ahead and write these out and then we'll talk through them. So we'll speed this footage up and we'll be back in a second. Alright, so got those monthly goals done. As you can see, the first one is complete my runs each week. That's pretty simple, and there's only 18 of them out of a 31-day month, so I do have like 13 days to rest and recover, which I think is really, really important. The next thing is purchase new training sneakers. So one of the things I'm going to do at the beginning of this month is buy myself a new set of training shoes because I've really racked up the miles on my current ones, and I'd like them to last a little bit longer as we get closer towards the end of the month and closer to race time, right? So that's one of the things that I'm trying to be mindful of. The next thing is find a fun cross-training option. I was using Beachbody on demand for some workout stuff, but I haven't found anything that I really loved. So I'm trying to find a new cross-training option. If anyone has these suggestions, I'd love for you to leave them in the comment box down below. That'd be really fun. And then the last thing, this is a recent decision for me. I noticed that my runs felt worse when I had eaten not great the night before. And so I realized that like what I'm fueling my body with is also playing out so obviously in how I feel during my runs. It's kind of scary. So that's one of the things that I want to do for the month of August is no alcohol and no fast food for the entire month. Something that's going to be easier said than done, but you know what? We are going to figure it out. I'm also just adding this cute little weight sticker. This is from Krissyanne Designs. I'm trying to spice this up a little bit as I can. So that's gonna wrap up this page here. We'll go back and we'll do sort of an end of the month recap of this once it's all said and done so you can kind of see the weight fluctuation stuff and then the runs and how I felt about that. The next thing we need to do, okay, so as I've mentioned and we did the sort of run thing earlier, Hal Higdon is a running pro and so I love to use his kit here. So what I'm going to do is just take some of that similar washi I had from earlier. This is just the fun stuff that Emily gave me when she was sort of closing up her washi shop. And I figured, you know what, might as well use it because it is real cute. And it's super fun and summery and festive, so I'm kind of just going to lay it down here in the middle to denote like, hey, this is July, you don't need to worry about these. Because they're in my July monthly calendar. If you want to see how I set that up last time, I will leave a link to that somewhere over that direction. So now that we've sort of blocked this out. Okay, so that bookmarks July, and what I love is that August fills out the entire rest of the calendar, which is pretty nifty. So we have the list of runs that are as follows, but before we do that, I'm going to take this little sticker from Krissyanne Designs. These were from Michael's, and it just kind of says, sweat today, smile tomorrow. So we'll stick that up over there in the corner, as you can see. So now that we've got the whole month set up, what I'm gonna do is just start filling these in. I'll write them all in at sort of, we'll speed it up so you don't have to sit there and watch the whole thing, but let's go ahead and start filling these in. Alright, so as you can see here, I just finished filling in my monthly mileage calendar for the month of August for my training plan. As you can see, the long runs are on Saturday and they go 10, 15, 16, 12, 18. And I think this is one of the big reasons why I switched back to the Hal Higdon, is that the 2-day rest between your long run and then your next set of runs, to me, felt so much better. The old calendar I had was Saturday, and it went Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. And I just felt like after the long runs, getting out for this run on Monday was super painful. And so I love that this is kind of spread out this way. And I also love the other thing about the Hal Higdon is my other training plan used to just go up in mileage every week, but there are some weeks where the week before this is a half marathon. And so you kind of just, sometimes you bounce down a little bit, sometimes you jump a big bit, sometimes you don't. I think for me that makes it a little bit less daunting to constantly see that your mileage is spiking up, up, up. This helps make it a little bit less of a scary thought. That's gonna about wrap it up. In here, what I usually do is I'll do a little journal entry about how each of the runs went. So I have the Map My Run app, and typically what I'll do, let me pull it up for you, is that in the Map My Run app itself, I'll pull up an old run from the other day that I did. Come on, come on, come on. But so you can kind of see here on your clipboard, we'll go back to, can you see which runs there were? Yeah. So when you click on the workouts here, it gives you the route that I took, which is fun, but then it also gives you the distance, the duration, the average mile, and then how many calories and the elevation. And then what I also like to do is my splits. This is particularly important for longer runs because as you can see here, I had pretty decent splits, and then my last split for my 1 mile, my third mile, didn't work out so great. So what I'm gonna do is take this at the end of every run and write it in here, and I'll have a collection record of all of my runs. So that's gonna about wrap it up for the month of August. I'm super excited to get rolling with this. This is all set up. I'm curious to see how the Rate My Run score works itself out. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see that. Yeah, and I think I'll slowly start to add to my vision board, so if I find a pair of sneakers I like, I'll paste them in here and all those types of good things. But if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel out. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that big red subscribe button so you can see all of this fun content as it appears in your feed. I make new videos typically every Monday and every Thursday. I'm not sure where the health and fitness ones kind of line up with that. If you want to see more of them, please let me know what you'd like to see down below in the comment box, because I always love your suggestions. They're always super helpful. Alright, planner friends, well I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I hope you guys found this helpful, and I'll talk to you guys later. See ya! Bye!